Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. And welcome to Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Wherever you may be around the globe, y'all, it certainly is a beautiful morning. A beautiful, beautiful morning to do whatever you have intended to do. You know, a lot of times we have good intentions to do things. Maybe even it's the day before. We have thought to ourselves, when I get up tomorrow morning, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But then, when you wake up the next day, you just don't feel like it. Has that ever happened to any of you? You just don't feel like doing it. But you know what? This is your winning season, y'all. This is your winning season. And this is your time. Come out from the sidelines, come out of hiding, and begin to do those things that will bring fulfillment to your life. Today, when I woke up this morning, it was such a dreary day. It was a gray day. It was supposed to rain all day. I don't know if it's going to rain later on, but I'm going to tell you. After maybe about an hour or two, the sun came out. It's shining brightly. It's shining brightly. And, that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to shine brightly because this is your season. This is your season to impact your audience. This is your season to bring forth all of those gift, talents, and abilities that you have inside of you. I call them treasures. I call them gems. This is your time. So be intentional, about that, and it's a beautiful springtime day, y'all. It's not the time to hunker down, leave that for the winter. Sometimes you have to get out there in nature and just, embrace, nature and just, get involved in nature. Just allow it to penetrate your very being. Because I'm going to tell you, this is certainly a time to be intentional and to do those things, that you have purpose in your heart to do. But with that being said, let me introduce myself. I'm Gertrude J. Chapman, and I teach women how to maximize their potential and stop leaving money on the table. And, for so long, what have women done? I'm a woman. I know, exactly how it is, not maximizing my potential and, counting myself short. And that happens a lot of times because as women, pardon me for a second, with springtime, it also comes allergy time and different things of that nature. But nevertheless, okay, what we do is, as women, we're always making sure that everybody else's situation is taken care of, that everybody else is good, that everything is, up to par, that everything is completed. But what happens? We continue to push ourselves on the back burner. And when it comes time for us to look to ourselves, we are so tired. Maybe we're frustrated. Maybe some of you, you're not even seeing your value. You're not even seeing your worth because of life situations and circumstances. But this is your time. This is not a time of hibernation. This is not a time to hunker down. But this is a time to shine forth, to come allow your brilliance to shine forth from you. And if I had to leave a motivational tip for you today, or inspirational tip, I want to tell you, arise and shine because your light has come. Arise. Arise from that place of complacency. Arise from that place of being mediocre. Arise from that place of confusion, from that place of doubt, from that place of fear, from that place of, of indecision. Wherever you are and you're not, operating in your best abilities, this is your time. There was a time in my life where I was so unfulfilled that I felt like there was something more for me, but I couldn't quite get my hands on it. I didn't even understand it, y'all. But all I knew was I was unfulfilled, like there was something more for me. I didn't know how to reach it. I didn't know anything about it, okay? All I knew that this was not it. The place where I was in, okay? And I'm not talking about a physical place. I'm talking about a mental place. I'm talking about an emotional place. I'm talking about a place in our lives where we arrive and we say, wait, there's something's not adding up. I don't feel, right in this place. Something's not right about this place. Has that ever happened to any of you? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever had that feeling? That you don't belong in that place, but you don't exactly know where you belong. And that all comes forth with, walking in your truth. I've been talking about that all week long. Walking in your truth. When you walk in your truth, when you walk in your purpose, when you walk in your expertise, it's a game changer. A lot will change in your life. A lot will open up to you. You begin to see things that you have never seen before. Because when you're out of place, you can't see. You're blinded. There's things that block you, that hinder you from not flowing. Instead, you're fighting. And like I said, there was a time in my life where I was just fighting, against things, fighting to achieve things. It was a struggle for me in some things. And I'm going to tell you, your journey, you're supposed to enjoy your journey. And it's not saying that, everything's going to be hunky-dory, but you will enjoy your journey. And you'll begin to, when things come to invade your walk on your journey, they come to, come to you with things that blindside you, that try to get you distracted. You'll know how to overcome those things. You'll know how to disintegrate those things. You'll know how to use those things as launching pads and stepping stones to get you to your next level. But it all comes with knowing your truth. So go back and look at the previous broadcast from this week and last week where I talked about living your truth. Yesterday, I talked about experience living your truth. And my question to you is, are you living your truth? Because that's going to make sense today when I talk about purpose to achieve results. Okay? Purpose to achieve results. What are you trusting? What are you trusting? What are you looking at? These are some things that you could start to ask yourself. What am I trusting? Who am I trusting? What am I looking at? And let me even go deeper than that. What is it that keeps replaying in my mind? Is it doubt? Is it unbelief? Is it fear? Or is it something that's going to prosper you on your journey to reach your destination? Now, I'm going to tell you, audience, You're supposed to enjoy your journey. And if you're not enjoying your journey, it's time to go back to the drawing board. It's time to really sit down and really have a talk with yourself, a heart to heart talk with yourself, and find out, why am I, this is your question, why am I not enjoying my journey? You got to be truthful. You got to be honest. You have to learn how to take the mask off. Okay? Unmask the pretense. Okay? Stop, come out from the pretense. Come out from the pretense. Because there's no one that you should be trying to please. There's no one that you should be trying to compete against. You're running your own race on your own time clock. And the only one you're competing with is yourself. That you'll do better today than what you did the day before. That's all. Okay? Life is just a vapor, y'all. Life is a vapor. And you cannot continue to exist. You know, at that time, I felt like I was just existing. Oh, yeah, I had those fun moments where I thought I was having fun, where I thought I was enjoying my journey. But I'm going to tell you, the best thing that could ever happen to me was those double layoffs. When I got laid off twice, back to back, through no fault of my own, when the housing market went bust. That was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. At that time, I didn't think it was. But when I had an opportunity to really look at myself and evaluate myself, like many of you should do, look at yourself, evaluate yourself, and see what you have to work with, and get in line with your true self, your purpose, your identity. It will make a big difference in your life, where you could begin to start living instead of just existing. Live. Okay? Live your life on purpose. Live your life to your full potential. Maximize your potential. You know, don't even stop short. I tell you, if you are authors on this broadcast this morning, don't just stop at that one book, or don't be satisfied with writing a book or maybe a couple of books, or how many ever, and just selling a few copies. No. Your book, y'all, is a gateway that opens up many doors of opportunities. Don't stop. It's a writing journey. It's a journey that you're on. And it shouldn't be a place where, you become so stressed out or burned out or any of those things of that nature. Anytime you feel that, or anytime you're experiencing that, you got to go back to the drawing board. And you got to see, whose vision am I living? Is this my vision? Or is this someone else's vision that I'm trying to fulfill? You see, everything starts with you. You are important. You are essential. That's where I'm trying to bring you. You have value. You have worth. You're not insignificant. You're very significant. And someone's waiting on your book. Someone's waiting on your products and services. If you're that business owner. Maybe you're that business owner who, you just open your business, whether it's a brick or mortar or whether it's virtual. It doesn't matter. Did you stop there? Or are you continuing to walk this entrepreneurial journey? Don't give up. Don't be, this sitting down or planting your feet there and say, well, this is it. This is all for me. No, there's so much more. There's so much more that you have yet to tap into. But it all goes back to you. And it's going to, shift into purpose to achieve results. What are you trusting? What are you trusting? Because whatever you're trusting is either causing you to go forth or causing you to just put the brakes on. I want you to think about that for a moment. What are you trusting? The first talking point I want to talk about, what are you trusting? It's in what you see, okay? Your trusting comes in what you see. What are you looking at? Okay? What are you looking at? And I believe it was this week, or it may have been last week, I talked about protecting your eyes and your ears, because whatever goes in, whatever you absorb, whatever goes in, y'all, will come out. And it's going to affect you in one way or the other. Okay? Either for good or for bad. You have to learn how to be intentional. Okay? If you said that this is your path, this is your journey, there's some things you have to disallow that try to come to invade your peace, your potential. There's some things that you have to disallow because you're walking this journey, and this is your journey, and you want to succeed. You want to be successful, and success is more than money, y'all. Success is meeting your goals, reaching those your audience, providing those needs that your audience has. Whether it's answering those questions that they are asking, giving them easy wins for their struggles, bringing hope into their lives, or whatever it may be. So you have to learn how to protect what your ears from what you hear and your eyes from what you see. And this is called discipline, okay? I want to ask you this. Can you see clearly? Can you see at all? Or are you just on this path and you just writing? And that's all you see, just this book? But you don't see past the book? Or you are an entrepreneur, you have that business, and you don't see past that? And you don't see, everything that's going on? And I'm not talking about with your physical eyes, okay? I'm talking about your visualization. What are you see? What do you see? Or do you see? Because if not, you're blind to it. And how are you ever going to arrive at your ultimate goal if you can't see it in the first place? Think about that. Your vision, the path that you're on, you have to see it before you see it, or you'll never see it. And guess what? You'll never arrive at what you don't see. So some of you may be just spinning your wheels because you haven't done what needs to be done in the first place. You haven't done it. Is there a picture of you at the destination? Whatever that destination is, can you see yourself there? Can you see yourself achieving your goals? Can you see yourself working your plans and your strategies? Can you see? Purpose to achieve results is in what you see. All right? Now, this moves me to the next one. Are you questioning yourself? And that's a loaded question there. Are you confident in yourself? I talked about this I think a couple of days ago on Wednesday. Go back and listen to that video or that live stream. Are you confident? Or do you have questions? Are you questioning yourself? And why are you questioning yourself? If you say you're this expert, if you say that this is your expertise, why are you questioning yourself? Why are you doubting yourself? Do you have those doubts about yourself? Why should you doubt yourself? What causes you to doubt yourself? These are some things that you should ask yourself. What is causing this apprehension? Why am I feeling such and such a way about this, that, or the other? Why am I shying back? Why do I have this fear, this apprehension? Why am I fighting? Why am I struggling? Why am I, always burnt out? Why am I dreading this? You know what? When I was out of place, climbing the corporate ladder, okay? That's what I was interested in. But I was so miserable because I was out of place. I was out of position. Remember, purpose to achieve results. Although I could do it well, and let me tell you, I could do it very well, but was that my purpose? So is this your purpose in life? Why are you, trying to pattern yourself behind somebody else? Your journey is by design. Of course, we could take advice from others. Okay? I want you to remember that. So don't repel it. Don't repel, like blocking it off, because there is advice that you could take from others. But it all goes back to you knowing your purpose in life and how much, relates to you and how much doesn't. There's a cap to that. And I'm just going to leave that right there. Let that sit with you for a moment. Here's the next one. Are you believing in yourself? Are you living your truth? Do you believe in yourself? To the point that nothing can stop you from achieving your goals. Are you living your truth? Or are you living somebody else's truth that they have told you that they expect of you, their truth, of their expectation of you? Or are you trying to please somebody else? And when you're unsure of something, you're not going to believe in yourself 100%. You have to believe in yourself first before, other people will believe in you, in your products, in your service, in your message, whatever the case may be. Because I tell you, you can't fake it, y'all. You cannot fake it. It's an energy. Okay? It's an energy that emits from you that will either draw people to you, to your message, to your books, to your services, or repel them away. Okay? So live your truth. Don't be afraid to live your truth. And who cares if no one likes it? No cares? And what I'm saying by no one likes it, that no one likes you living your truth. That people criticize you for living your truth. People criticize you for being you. Be unapologetic about it. Be unapologetic about it. And I'm not saying, to the point where you're this a rude person, or you're mean, you're nasty, you're cussing them out or anything of that nature. Because there's some people say, well, this is the way I am. Like, take it or leave it. Take it like you want it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where you're walking your path, your purpose. And because nobody else can see your vision. Nobody else can understand your vision like you do. Okay? And people will come in, well, why are you doing this? And blah, 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 and blase, blase. Okay? You continue to walk. You have to believe in you. You can allow other people's opinions to sway you one way or the other because they don't see it like you see it. That's if you see it. Okay? That's why I told you about what do you see? If you don't see it, of course you're going to be swayed. Okay? They're going to pull you this way. Somebody else going to say something. They're going to pull you that way. You're going to be pulled every which way. Okay? You have to believe in yourself. What is your expertise? What is your purpose in life? What are you meant to deposit on the world stage? Okay? I want to expand your mindset. I want you to see greatness on the inside of you. Okay? Is this not you in your little bit of corner, off to the side, in the back? It's none of those things. Okay? It's none of those things. You are significant. You are great. You are brilliant. You are multifaceted. What do you have to work with? Because not until, I came to that point in my life where I looked inside and seen what I had to work with, okay? After all the distractions were gone. Because you remember, it was a suddenly in my life. It was a sudden disruption. And that's when the housing market went bust. Okay? That was a fire. Okay? That situation, that circumstance, it was a fire, but I didn't remain there. Instead of, remaining there. And I told you I went through something, y'all. I went through depression. Okay? Because I thought my resume and all my experience would easily land me another job. Okay? And that was between the first and the second job. And I never had bill collectors calling me because I always paid my bills on time, before time, paid them off. Okay? I did that all the time. So that was my lifestyle. That's what I did. Okay? Wasn't afraid to do it. That's what I did. And now I couldn't do it. I couldn't keep my word. And, giving my word, that's something very important to me. And when I felt like I couldn't keep my word, I felt like a failure. I felt like I was disappointing people. Okay? Because I couldn't. I did the best that I could, but I couldn't do it. So then I had to make arrangements to pay my bills and different things of that nature. And thank God I was able to do it. Okay? But not like I had been used to doing it. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this. That's why you should owe no man nothing but to love him. Okay? Owe no man nothing but to love him. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Because all the years I had paid my bills on time, before time, and ahead of time and paid them off. When you get in a situation, all those good years seems to be, they don't even hear you. Okay? All they looking at is the bad years when you can't do it. So I said, I will never find myself in that situation again once I came out of that. But I had to look within myself and see what I had to work with. And, between the first job and the second job, you know, worked 7 months on that job, got laid off again. Oh, I could not put myself through that again. So that's what I did. Found out what I had to work with. What do you have that you could work at with? What do you have to bring to the table? Okay. I'm talking about maximizing your potential. I'm talking about pulling everything out of you that you don't even know that's there. Because before I didn't know it was there. Writing had always been, something I enjoyed doing. Always something that I enjoyed doing. I used to do it just for fun, just to, expand my mind. Let me tell you, there were some good things came out of this mind. Some things I didn't know that was there. And people resonated with it. People enjoyed it. And then when I used to have to speak at nonprofits and, places like that, I spoke, but I always left something in the attendees' hands so they could remember what I talked about, those high points, those nuggets to give them along the way. So, but I was just doing it for fun. But you have to believe in yourself to a point where it does not matter what people say. You could stand. And like I tell you, you could take so much advice, okay, from people that's pointing you in the right direction. But then it comes to a point where you see where sometimes people want to tell you something, but it's going to drag you off of your path. And that's when you have to learn how to let go. Say, no, this is not for me. No matter if they argue with you, no matter if they're trying to tell you something, no, it's not for me. Okay? This is not for me. You have to know what's for you and what's not for you, what's good for you and what's not good for you. But you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your truth. Believe in yourself. Very, very important. Purpose to achieve results. The next point is, what is your belief based on? Have you ever thought about that? What is your belief based on? Is it based on experience? Is it based on expertise? Is it based on your journey? Or is it based on something that you picked up from others? What is your belief based on? I would say go and find your purpose for living. There's much in these live streams. There's much more than, that I would like to share with you, because there are levels in this conversation that we're having today. And in all of these conversations that, I have, and when Tiffany is here, that we have on a daily basis, there's levels to this. But I promise you that it will, when you understand and come to that point where you truly understand your purpose and who you are, your life will shift. You will maximize your potential. And there will be a great change, not only in you, but your family and for your friends, everybody who surround you, and for generations to come. So I'm going to put, well, maybe you can get it here, but it's scrolling on the bottom, but I'm going to put it up here anyway. Okay. If that's you, schedule a complimentary 15-minute Zoom meeting with me. And you could go to my calendar and schedule that time with me. Okay. If you are that person who's struggling, seeing your purpose, or struggling on your journey, whether you're that author, whether you're that entrepreneur, it doesn't matter. Schedule that complimentary 15-minute Zoom meeting with me. And like I said, you could go to the link that's on the screen, and I'll be happy, to meet with you and see, how I could help you to maximize your potential. Because I'm going to tell you, ladies, you got to stop leaving money on the table. Okay. And you got to stop valuing yourself based on situations and circumstances and whatever else may have happened in your life. That's not who you are. Okay. That's not who you are. That's just something that you went through, but that's not who you are. But purpose to achieve results. What is your belief based on? What is it based on? You have to think about that. The next talking point is, who are you impacting? Who are you impacting? Or are you impacting anybody? Because I'm going to tell you, when I'm coming from an author's point of view, everybody has a story to tell. Every woman, you have a story to tell. At least one story, okay? I know there's much more, but we just going to say just you have at least one story to tell. There's something that you could tell. There's something that you know better than anybody else. And I'm not being, trying to say, well, you're prideful or anything else, but I'm saying better than anybody else. Because I'm going to tell you, you're unique. Okay? So you know this better than anybody else because this is you. This is your message. And your message is designed to impact people's lives. You're not the voice for everybody. None of us are. But we are the voice for somebody's. Somebody's listening for our voice. But are we showing up? Are you showing up to where you need to show up at? Are you connecting with your audience? Or do you have an audience? Have you ever thought about having an audience? Have you ever thought about that? That all goes back to purpose. That all goes back to, maximizing your potential. Sometimes people don't even see any of these things that I'm talking about. And it may be some of you. You don't even see it. You say, well, I'm not an author. I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm not this. I'm not that. But have you really dug in deep to see who you are and what you have? Because I'm going to tell you, when you're so involved in doing the same things over and over and thinking that this is the way it's got to be and this is the way I was taught and this is the way that society is going, okay? And never get a chance to really sit back and assess who you are, you will never see it. You'll never see it. You'll never know. There's so much inside of each and every one of us as individuals. Everything we need is inside of us. But because, like I said, of pushing yourself on the back burner, making sure everybody else's needs is taken care of. Have your hands in this, have your hands in that. That has nothing to do with you and your purpose, nothing to do with advancing you to maximize your potential. That's why you don't see it. Sometimes you have to pull away. Sometimes you just have to sit back and do that self-care. Self-care is more than, going to the hairdresser or going get the manicure or the pedicure or the massage. Self-care is, how about with the mind? Okay? Let's do some mental self-care. Let's do some spiritual self-care. Let's do some emotional self-care. All right? It's much more than physical, y'all. It's much more than that. We have to learn how to have balance in our lives. And a lot of times we don't have balance. And especially women don't have balance. Because we don't take the time out to reflect. We don't take the time out to assess. We don't take the time out to visualize, to meditate. We don't take the time out to really see what we have to work with. What do we have to bring to the table? What are your treasures? What are your gems? Who is your audience? Who are the people that's asking the questions of the things that you know so well? You know how to do it. You know how to put it together. You know how to answer it. You know how to, give somebody hope. You know how to inspire somebody, to motivate somebody, you know? And there's a difference between motivation and inspiration, okay? Motivation is flesh. Get them, pumped up and all this, that. But inspiration goes a little bit deeper. Inspiration goes inside. When motivation works on the outside, inspiration goes to the inside. Okay? It goes to the inside. And there's another level to that also that I love talking to my clients about. But are you answering the questions that your audience is asking? Who are you impacting? 63,000 Google searches every second of every day are people looking for information. They're looking for your business. They're looking for your expertise. They're looking for your message. They're looking for your hope. They're looking for you, okay, to show up. To show up and be that expert in your field. You can't, keep hiding and thinking that you're going to win. There's some things in your life that's going to have to change. You're going to have to get a different perspective of who you are and what you have. You're going to have to see it before you see it, or you'll never see it. You'll never arrive there. You'll never arrive at what you can't see. You could say it no matter how many times you say it. You will never arrive there until you see it, until you see yourself at your destination. You have to enjoy the journey, ladies. Enjoy your journey. And if there's a struggle, if there's burnout, if there's apprehension, if there's something that you're hating to do each and every day, go back and assess yourself and see it. Okay? But purpose to achieve results, it comes in what you see, or are you seeing it? Are you questioning yourself? Okay? Do you have doubts? Are you believing in yourself? What is your belief based on? And who are you impacting? Who are you impacting? And this is a perfect weekend to do those things. Because what? Once I get off the live stream today, there's some things I got to catch up to do to make sure that I finish out this week. But I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to enjoy myself. And ladies, enjoy yourself this weekend. Enjoy yourself this weekend. Enjoy yourself with your family and with your friends. Okay? It's certainly a beautiful weekend, a beautiful springtime holiday weekend. Okay? And it's time for you to really enjoy your journey. And I know you'll find some time there where, you could just sit back and say, answer, the question that I asked you. Are you enjoying your journey? And if not, find out why. And find out where you need to be. Who are you? What's your purpose? I'm going to tell you, you can achieve it. You can achieve anything that you set your mind to do. Don't be afraid. Because maybe it's fear that has kept you from, enjoying your journey. Fear of what others say. Fear of not wanting to change, to make the necessary changes that will advance you into the direction where you truly can live instead of just existing. Instead of just existing. But this is your time to shine, ladies. Shine and allow others to see the joy that's radiating from you because you're walking in your truth. You're walking in your truth. Let's see how you can inspire other people to want to be attracted to those treasures, those gems that you have lying inside of you. So I hope that what I have shared with you has, stirred you up to light a fire inside of you, to bring out that dream that has been laying dormant inside of you for such a long time. Because I want to tell you, this is your time to shine, ladies. This is your time to shine like never before. But with that being said, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule today to join me on this broadcast of Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show. And I look forward to seeing you the next time. And I want you to remember this. This is your time. This is your season. This is your turning point. And I see you, next week. Monday, I'll have a pre-recorded broadcast of this show, but I'll see you on Tuesday, Tiffany and I. So have a great, prosperous day.